such a tart. Coming right up on Weekend at the Cottage. Welcome to Weekend at the Cottage. I'm Nick Manojlovic. Today's such a tart, a very lovely tomato tart that I do a little something with. You're going to love this. Served for brunch, a light meal. Whenever you prepare it, people come running to the table. I know, speaking from experience. All good tarts start with a very lovely flaky crust. Ours starts in a medium-sized bowl, 2 cups, all-purpose, unbleached flour. We're adding half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, a tablespoon of dried oregano, a tablespoon of kosher salt. Whisk the dry ingredients together, and now we need 14 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Butter goes in cubes, and then we rub our butter together with the dry mixture until it turns into little tiny, almost ball-shaped sizes. Now we're adding 6 tablespoons of water and just stir it in, and then hands go into the bowl. We bring together our dough, transfer to wrap. We're gonna wrap it up and refrigerate for 1 hour. While our dough is chilling, we're gonna prep some of the ingredients for the filling. Principal ingredients, 2 colors. I have vine-ripened red tomatoes. You can see as I slice into them, juicy, gorgeous, flavorful. I also have a larger yellow heirloom tomato. I'm gonna slice it and then cut those slices in half. Slice up half a cup of pitted black olives. We're taking 2 cured artichokes, cut them in half and then thinly slice them. Fresh oregano from the garden, taking it off of the stem, roughly chopping it. I have half of a zucchini, thinly sliced. I also have a really flavorful cheese for this tart, a smoked peppered Gouda. I've sliced it very thinly. Once the tart ingredients are ready, our dough has chilled. A little bit of flour on your work surface, please. We're gonna roll out our tart dough to a large circle. It fits perfectly into this 11-inch tart pan. I love this tart pan where you lift up the center and the base of the pan comes away. It makes for a very easy service. We roll our tart dough back onto the rolling pin, unroll it over our tart pan, and when you go to work with this dough, we're gonna fold it underneath. We don't trim away the excess. We fold it underneath, and then when you press the side of the dough along the tart pan, you're creating that very distinctive fluted edge, which is so beautiful. Once our dough is completely fitted into the pan, we're taking a fork, we're gonna prick that dough, we're gonna dock it, and then we're ready to fill. We start with the cheese, add a thin layer of the cheese across the top of the dough. In filling the tart, I like to go outside in, so I'm adding a circle of our yellow tomatoes. Now a circle of zucchini slices. I like to lay them on top of each other. Take your time with this. You want your tart to be very beautiful. The addition of red tomatoes in the center really punch up the color. I'm sprinkling in the sliced artichokes over top. Do the same with the sliced black olives. Sprinkle on the chopped oregano. How about some fresh ground black pepper? Check out a sprinkle of kosher salt. And then the last thing is a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil all the way across the top. Our oven is preheated to 400 degrees. The rack is in the middle position. You're gonna need 2 hands to do this, otherwise the bottom of the tart will lift up. We transfer our tart into the oven and we're gonna bake for 45 minutes. We're looking for a beautiful golden crust. You can see the center is all nice and bubbly as well. You know your tart is done. Once you take your tart out of the oven, you'll need to give it about 10 minutes to cool before you lift up the ring, force up the center, take the ring away. You can transfer onto a cutting board. We're gonna take a knife right down the middle, just go nice and slow. We're cutting beautiful wedge shapes of this tart. Serve it with a generous helping of your favorite salad. I don't think you need more than that. Like maybe a glass of white wine, you know, like twist my arm. I love when you dig into it and the pastry just flakes away. How fantastic. Really flavorful, really fantastic. And again, everyone just loves it. You know what else I bet you're gonna love? You're gonna love weekendatthecottage.com. Head to our website and subscribe to it while you're there. Also look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel, subscribe to it as well. And then finally, find us on one or more of your favorite social media platforms using hashtag weekendatthecottage on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks for hanging out with us today and learning all about this fantastic dish. Such a tart. Yeah, sure is. Great.